Welcome to our presentation about Czech Technical University in Prague. My name is Katarina, and I'm here with Lucia. Lucia is Lucia is exchange coordinator, and she's the contact person for incoming students. So she's the main or the most important person here for you. CTU in Prague is quite an old university, and we've been here for more than 300 years. It doesn't mean that CTU is ancient, but it means that we are quite experienced, and we are quite strong to compete with other excellent universities here in Europe. Czech Technical University is located in Prague, which is the capital of the Czech Republic. So we are quite kind of in the middle of the country, and Czech Republic is located in the middle of Europe. So once you come to the Czech Republic, you will have a great opportunity to meet and see other countries from Europe, because our location is quite convenient. Let me show you a little of numbers. We have around 17,500 students in total, out of which there is 3,710 foreign students. It doesn't mean that all of these foreign students are exchange students. These are mainly the self-paying students, tuition fee paying students. We offer 271 study programs. We have 1,605 academic staff, out of which there are 205 full professors teaching at the university.
Excuse me, so it seems that we only see the first page of your presentation. Okay. So I think you have to click on the
okay. Is it moving now?
No, still the first page.
Okay. First page. Let me try it again. So now there should be the presentation, and now there should be other slide. Is it working?
So now it seems that we see the second page, but with a lot of slides on the left. So I think you have to click on the right below for the presentation mode.
Well, yeah, that's what I was. I can see the presentation mode in my computer. How about now?
Now it's on the the third. I think.
Now I should be on the second page, on second slide.
Right.
Right? And now the third one?
Still on second page.
And now on the third page?
No, still second page.
Still second page. Kde?
Jako slideshow. Jestli tam from beginning. To pojede samo?
To je to samo. So what if I'm sorry for the technical issues. What if can you see now I should be in the PowerPoint program. with the slides on the left side.
Right, correct.
Yeah, so what if I click from one to another one and don't do the presentation mode?
Yeah, I think it's possible because we can see
So if you can see
different
the,
page when you click on a different page.
so now I'll switch to slide 4. Is it, can you see
Right.
it?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So if you don't mind, I would stay in this mode. It's okay.
No worries.
All right, okay, great. So according to the QS ranking, we are ranked on number 378. And in the area of engineering and technology, we scored in the 175. And we've been still working on improvement. Within the exchange program, we exchange a lot of students every year. We have over 500 cooperation agreements with universities in over 70 countries. Every year, we welcome around 600 students within the exchange program. So if you decide to come to CTU for 1 semester or 2 semesters, you don't have to be worried that you will be here alone. The international community is pretty wide and pretty nice. So you can look forward to meet plenty of students from plenty of countries. CTU in Prague consists of 8 faculties. You can find here a faculty of civil engineering, faculty of mechanical engineering, faculty of electrical engineering, and faculty of nuclear sciences and physical engineering, faculty of architecture, faculty of transportation sciences, faculty of biomedical engineering, and faculty of information technologies. We tried to match the faculties with the programs that SIIT is offering. And for SIIT students, we found
that is suitable for your students is the Faculty of Civil Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, then the Faculty of Electrical Engineering, Faculty of Transportation Sciences, Faculty of Information Technologies. And then we have one institute, Masaryk Institute of Advanced Studies, where the business and economy and languages your student can choose. Also, we offer for your students International Students Club, which take care about your students from the first start, from the, how to say, when they landed here. So they meet a buddy who will transfer them into dormitory, shows them everything what is necessary to do not lost here. This International Student Club offers sport activities, trips over the country, and also language programs. So as Kate said, we are located in Prague. So and even that we are located in perfect location in very heart of Prague, close to the old city. So everything is reachable in let's say 10 minutes, 20 minutes maximum. A very nice sightseeing and important sightseeing and spots here in Prague. So then we add to the presentation some useful information how to apply to be a foreign students here. So here you can read that you have to that the students should contact the coordinator, which will contact me, and I will give you information what is necessary from the students. like the valid passport, which I found out that this time so many students has no valid passports, and there's the delay to get the visa because of that. So be sure your students has a valid passport and everything right. And then after the students and you get the information, you have to register into our mobility system where they fill the application form, and the next steps are described there. They also choose here their learning agreements, and if there's some collision in the schedule after their arrival, they can change the courses during the registration week. There's no problem. So then we figure out a little bit about the budget here. So because I have some questions from your students already. So we count it into Thai baht. It's around 15,500 per month, the total cost living here, including the accommodation here, the dormitory, public transportation, internet, and the meal. As you can see here, we count some little expenses here, like some courses and main dish. I don't know. Here in the canteen, it's a little bit cheaper than when you eat outside, or they can cook for themselves in the dormitory. There's a kitchen in there. And so maybe that's all from our side. Here is the contact on me, so don't worry to ask me anything. I'll be on an email, or you can call me also. But the email way is the best way. And all relevant details, information they can find at the website study@ctu.com. So they can look there. Maybe that's our presentation. If you have any questions.
All right, so thank you very much to Lucia and Katrina for a nice presentation. This is the first time that our students have chance to learn about CTU, because actually you're supposed to join us since last year, but due to some technical problem, so then you cannot you cannot join us. But we are very glad to learn the information from you this time, and especially the cost of living, which is quite cheap comparing to another country in the European country, right?
Mm-hmm.
And why the yes,
Czech Republic is comparing with other European.
right, and also CTU is #1, the best, I mean, in terms of engineering university in Czech Republic. So why not? So I can say that CTU is one of the popular destination for SIIT student as well. All right, so is it difficult to get the accommodation?
No, they can apply for the accommodation during the application process. So they get the accommodation will be assigned to them, and it's around, I don't know how it is in bahts. It was 12,000 around 12,000 bahts, Thai bahts per month.
Right, right. Actually, we know that CTU take care of our student very, very well. And how about our student now in CTU? Do you have chance to meet them?
Yeah, I met them. Thanks for the presents. It was a pleasure from you. And I spoke, I don't know the name of the girl right now, but she told me that when she cook for herself, it's very cheap to live here.
All right, all right. Then it's a good time for our students to learn of cooking, because normally when they are staying in Thailand, they better eat outside, as I mentioned during the meeting. So now it's time for them to learn about cooking. Yeah.
She's in the dormitory. She's with some Korean girls in Taiwan. So they learn together how to cook their meals and Thai meals. So it's very nice. She's satisfied.
Yeah. Is the dormitory belongs to the university, or it's a private dormitory outside?
It's university. It's university. And it's very close to the faculty. So it's in walking distance.
All right, so does that mean it's a guarantee room for the exchange student, that they will have no worries about finding accommodation, right? If they I accept. Wow, this is very good. But what just only one thing we concern is about getting visa, because there are some process. So that's why every year we have to ask students to prepare themselves, be ready to apply for the visa. But another thing is perfect, because our students always impressed to view to the education system, which is the best one, and also good taken care by the international office and also professor in CTU. Yeah. And what else? Oh, there is the question from the student in the chat box. So let me check. Is there English score requirement?
Yeah, it should be equal to level B2.
B2 level. All right.
Yeah.
All right. And just to repeat my question, I'm not sure whether I have asked you earlier or not. Since SIT students, some of them already submit an English score, which is of course around B2 level, but some of them submitted in the beginning when they enter to SIT. But now when they apply to join the student exchange program, they are in the 3rd year. So somehow the score is already expired. So would it be possible if they submit the expired score, which is maybe not valid, but is it possible, or do you need a valid
It is
score?
possible when you give some proof letter with your stamp that they are still equal to B2 level. So some proof letter of you made you or the exchange coordinator, Sivaporn, or I don't know who's there.
All right. All right. Okay, we understand. Thank you very much. So then, of course, our student will have the English score, which is normally we ask them to be in B2 level, because from SIT side, we also screen their English proficiency. And in case if their score is expired, we will also issue another letter or maybe form to certify their, yeah.
You have to guarantee that they will be how to say,
able
to learn something here, because
All right.
if they do not understand, it's
okay. Yeah. All right. So according to our exchange agreement, CTU maybe can host our student up to 4 per year. And what if there are like for example, more than the actual number? Is it possible to consider the extra number of the student, or is there any other option for those who really wish to apply to CTU in this year?
Well, we can negotiate. It depends on our current disbalance of our agreement.
From both sides.
Right, from both sides. But if you really want to nominate more students, we can nominate more students 1 year and then less students another year or the following year.
I see. Then, yeah, please.
Or we can get maybe more students from CTU side and to equal the balance.
Okay, I understand. So then balancing number is the most important thing. But so far at the moment, we will limit student according to our mutual agreement, which is 4 per year at the moment. But in case if we have a lot more number of the student, we will inform you, and then we can see again the possibility to add up more students, because we don't want to reduce the quota for the next year, but we will see if there is the possibility of receiving or sending more students from both sides. Yeah. So, Sivaporn, do you have any other question to ask from Lucia and Katrina?
Actually, I don't have any question, but I just wonder if, like, since our exchange student from SIT will be in the bachelor level, so if they are interested to enroll in the master courses, is it possible for them?
Well, as far as I'm informed, bachelor students are only allowed to take bachelor courses. If they're really interested in some master degree course, they would have to present the prerequisites for the particular course, and then we would have to ask at the faculty whether they would be allowed to take that course. But in general, undergraduate students who are at their time of their exchange on the undergraduate level should take undergraduate courses.
Okay, noted. And do you have any minimum credit requirement?
Well,
courses?
it always depends on the course. The prerequisites would be different for each for certain course. So we really wouldn't need to ask the faculty and the teacher and present the teacher the reasons why the undergraduate student wants to take master course.
Okay, I see. Anyway, do you require exchange student to take at least like 15 ECTS, or like do you have minimum credit for student to take?
Yeah, well, minimum is 15.
15,
15.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think
Some question from the student in the chat box. Can student join course for other department? I guess that in case if student, for example, in civil engineering wish to join classes from like electrical engineering and something like that, is it possible to?
Yeah, yeah, they can choose from the courses through the old faculties, but I think, or in my opinion, it should a little bit match the transcript of record that they are allowed to take the course. No.
All right. And one more question. Is it possible for the exchange student who take course can do like a special project or conduct kind of like a project with supervision from supervisor from CTU? Is it possible for conduct the research?
You mean the research for the whole semester instead of taking courses to take?
Could be either like doing the research for a whole semester, or if they take course and also do the research.
Well, some of the faculties do offer projects within their curriculum. So if a student finds in the prospectus or in the catalog of courses course named project, then he can use this project as the combination of courses and research conduction. As for the whole semester research, the student would have to find the external supervisor by him or herself. So
Right.
if the student finds the supervisor and agrees with the supervisor, then he can be nominated as an exchange student.
All right. So if they get approval from expected supervisor, then they can also do that as well. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. All right. So let me check if student has other questions. How can they find list of courses for consideration? I guess that it's available in the fact sheet or not?
It is in the mobility system, or I can send you a link to the courses.
All right.
I don't said the study at
Study at
CTU.
CTU.
Study at CTU, they can find it at the web page. We mentioned.
Okay, so they just search for the study at CTU and then search for the course.
List of courses.
Yeah, because our student normally they will join, as you know, that they will join in the spring semester, which is our second semester. So I'm not sure whether which semester has more courses for the exchange student comparing to fall semester or spring semester.
I think it's equal.
Okay.
No big differences.
Yeah, because some university prefer our student to join in the fall semester. So if it's equal and if there are, enough courses for them to take, that would be great for our student as well. All right, so to our student, any question else from the student here? They are so shy to ask at the moment. Normal.
So
And-
they
and-
can write an email.
Yeah. And normally, there are many students who wish to join our live session today, but due to the conflict schedules, class schedule, whatever, so we ask for your permission for us to share the video that we are recording now to our student, because next month is the period of application, applying to join the student exchange program. And during that time, our student will watch through the record that we share with them just only during the application period through our YouTube channel. So we have to ask for your permission first to share this presentation to our student, and we hope that you allow us. Thank you very much.
No
Granted.
problem.
Thank you so much. All right, so I think now today our student gets a lot of information from CTU, and on behalf of SIT, thank you to Lucy and Katrina for joining us today, and we hope that we can send more and more SIT students to join CTU, which is the popular destination for our students. And of course, we are also looking forward to receiving more CTU students to join SIT student exchange program as well, and hope that you can join us in the next event. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you for your
Thank you.
invitation.
Okay, see you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, so พี่จูดี้คะ while we are waiting for the next university นะคะ so our student here today ค่ะ we have 3 more university which is the Weingarten University of Applied Science. For this university, they normally provide scholarship for the student to join the exchange program นะคะ which is quite good amount number, so don't miss it. We cannot guarantee the scholarship, but normally every year they provide the scholarship, 1, 2, 3 scholarship up to the availability of the university. So let's wait and ask for them. Okay? And the next university will be Soongsil University, which is in Korea. The last university today will be the Technical University of Darmstadt, okay? Which is one of the TU9. TU9 means the top university, top 9 university in Germany, who is quite expert and specialist in engineering program. So don't miss the chance to join these 3 universities นะคะ so while we are waiting for the next university to join us นะคะ พี่จูดี้ do you have any information else to share with our student who join us here today for the last day?
So actually I just want to add more about the step before applying to the exchange track. All right, so for the first one is that if you are now considering to apply to the exchange track, the application will open from this Saturday on. All right, and will close on 30th of April. Okay, and then let me share my screen. For the student who would like to join the exchange track, you will have to concern about courses to enroll. Okay, and to know about which course you can enroll, this one you have to consult with your school or your academic advisor. Okay, so to check about the courses, here you may have seen this site already, and I will provide the link in the chat box as well. When you click to the courses, down below there will be the fact sheet. For the fact sheet, like we try to get to collect the fact sheet from like as many universities as we can and put it into folders like this for you to search. In the fact sheet, there will be the link to the courses of that host university, and you can like click on the link to see the list of courses they provide to exchange student. And to select the course, you have to concern about the credit transfer, whether that course you would like to enroll will be able to transfer the credit back to SIIT or not. All right, and to transfer the credit back to SIIT, you need to consult with your program secretary or with your academic advisor whether the course is okay or not. Okay, and for SIIT exchange student, every time that you need to change the list of courses, you must inform your school every time, because it will affect your credit transfer, as I mentioned earlier. And for this site, okay, for this site, it contains like all information about the exchange track, starting from the step to do before applying until the link to watch about the reviews of the program, okay? And for the sessions of this year Global Week, I will post it into this site as well, so you can watch it after, okay? And here down below is the link for the application link, so like you can click on the link, it will open on by this Saturday on, okay? All right. Some students may concern about the English requirement score. So I have to say like this is like for the exchange track, you will have to apply to SIIT first, and then SIIT will select. If you get a quota, we will nominate you to the host university. All right. So for this first step, applying to SIIT first, you don't need to concern about the expiration of the English. We just need your English that meets the requirement. But is it okay if the score is already expired? You can submit that expired score. But however, if the host university that you would like to apply, they require the valid score, you will have to like take another exam to get another valid score. But for the SIT part, expired score is okay as long as it meets the requirement. Okay. So, Yum, do you want to add anything about the English score?
English score. So as if you check from the website from the registration office, you will find that okay, there are some minimum requirement, but please note that in some score also below B2 level. So I would suggest that you guys search from the internet about B2 level score and try to meet that level if possible, because some university, as you may hear from those university, they said that okay, at least B2 level. So then it's better to have B2 level, but if it really not possible to get it in time, so you may submit what you have, but make sure that it's meet SIT requirement, and then you can submit the score. Some university you can see that almost of them not require valid score, but in some university, especially for example in the English speaking country like in the UK, in Australia, something like this, they also require the valid score and some high score. Then if you decide that you are going to apply to those country, to those university, make sure that you have enough score. And some of them ask that okay, within April, May, I don't have any English score, can I apply to the student exchange program because I already have like a GPA, have everything except English score? We have to say that the most important thing to be considered within the end of April, the first one is your academic transcript, which we require your GPA, which meets our requirement. The second one is English score. And the third one is recommendation letter from the academic advisor or a professor at SIIT to make sure that, okay, this student is allowed to apply for the program. So make sure that you have all of these document in times, especially for the recommendation letter, because some of them just wait for the recommend letter, maybe like somehow almost the end of April. Then please understand that sometimes your supervisor may be busy because many students request the same advisor to issue the recommendation letter. So if you decide that, okay, you will of course apply to the program, to the student exchange program, just try to get in touch, try to approach your supervisor earlier, because they can, he or she can start to write for you, because sometimes you need to give time to your supervisor as well. We have experienced every year that students always ask the recommendation letter from academic advisor about the 3rd or 4th week before, just 1 week before the deadline, and finally we not get that document, so which cause you might miss the opportunity to join the program. All right, so I think that now our second guest from Hochschule Ravensburg, Weingarten, University of Applied Science. Weingarten University of Applied Science. Barbara is here with us. So Barbara, good afternoon from Thailand.
Yes, good afternoon, or still good morning from my side.
All right. Good morning to Weingarten. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Good. We are very fine now, but now it's very hot in Thailand.
Oh no, we have just springtime here, so just the trees are starting to get leaves and everything, so it's really nice.
Oh, very nice. So
Really?
this is the best weather, right? Okay, good
Exactly.
to hear that. All right. I'm not sure whether our student reached to Weingarten already.
3 students have already reached us, but 2 students are still sort of, waiting. I mean, the visa has now been confirmed. They are going to get their visa,
Okay.
but it's apparently it still needs some time, and I haven't quite understood why. I think they might, in the worst case, they might only be able to come on the 10th of April, but I'm in touch with them.
All right. So when is your semester start?
It started already on the 13th of March.
Oh, really? So then that means the student will miss the class?
They are already missing class. Yeah, they cannot participate in the German class, and they are already missing classes. But for the classes they chose, I was able, one is taking place online. So I was able to get them a guest code so that they can participate. And for the other 2, they can at least have access to the materials. Right. And start getting into the topics. So the professors, the lecturers know that they're going to join.
All right.
But I've been in touch with almost anyone, with the embassy, the team here in the office. Yes. So I'm not quite sure what the issue was. And it was difficult to find out.
Always happen. This is always happen. Even the same group apply for the visa on the same day, but some get it, some not get it. So yeah, but we always ask our student to prepare everything to be ready before submission. So we hope they will be able to get the visa soon in order to
yes.
Another
so
class.
do I. I mean, we also have a new team here in our foreign office, and we will also talk to them. Sometimes they don't quite understand the processes, and that we are really waiting for the students so that they try to do everything to accelerate the process. Yeah, all right. It's probably different things.
All right. So by the way, thank you very much for supporting our student. All right. So let's back to our global weeks today. Yes. So, and this is also the second time that you, Barbara, on behalf of the representative from Weingarten University of Applied Science, to join our global week again in this year. So thank you very much. So if I may, I would like to just let you to proceed for your presentation and provide the information to our student. And after your presentation, we come back to talk again with some questions from our student as well. So if you are ready, so let's start.
Should I just open the presentation or?
Yes, please. Would you mind to share the screen?
No, if you show me how to, then
you click on the green one, share the screen. In the middle below.
In the middle below, Bildschirm freigeben. Okay, and then I put, hang on, vollständiger Bildschirm, okay.
All right, I think it's done.
Now I hope.
Okay, but now.
I had opened the presentation in the background already. You have to tell me if, can you see it?
We can see it now, so.
Okay, yeah. Well, may I first ask you, how many students are there? Are there any?
At the moment we have 14 participants in the meeting room, but since we have to ask for your permission that we are now recording the video, because many of our students cannot attend the live session, but they are waiting to watch from the video when we share with them after today for the
that's fine.
YouTube channel.
That's okay.
Yeah, so thank you very much.
Okay, so should I start?
Yeah, please.
Okay, well then, welcome to everybody listening. It's still a bit weird for me to look in the screen and neither see myself nor see you, but I'm hoping that I will reach you and that you can hear me clearly. I would like to tell you a little bit about the Hochschule Ravensburg Weingarten here in Weingarten in the south of Germany. Yeah, well, this is just a picture of the main building. We are located actually in the heart of Europe, as we always say, and you can see it's at the very bottom of Germany, close to Lake Constance in the south of Germany. And from here, you are basically, well, in half an hour to an hour, you're in Austria, in an hour, you're in Switzerland, you're in 2-3 hours, you're in France. So it's all very close. And it's, yeah, that's something that students quite like a lot, that they are able to, next to their academic achievements, that they can also travel a bit. The university was founded in 1964 in Ravensburg, actually. That's why it's called Ravensburg Weingarten University. It started as a school of engineering with only 2 programs, but now, of course, that's totally different. Look, this looks a bit more modern, this picture. We have now 36 study programs in engineering, IT and business, social work and healthcare, but also in management. I just learned today that we are around 3,500 students. We have around 100 professors. And actually this pictures, maybe that comes later, that slide. Let me tell you a little bit about study and life here at the campus. This is in the main building, the center hall where everybody can meet each other. We have 4 faculties. One is the Faculty for Electrical Engineering and Computer Science. And yet you can see that there are many study programs offered. And I highlighted those that are offered for the first 4 semesters in English, because we have many degree-seeking students. They come for a full study program here. And the exchange students actually profit from that. So for the first 4 semesters, e-mobility and electrical engineering are offered in English. And on the master level, this may be interesting for some master students of SIIT, electrical engineering and embedded systems, as well as mechatronics, are offered in both semesters in English. The Faculty for Mechanical Engineering has also started a bachelor study program now in English. Mechanical engineering, well, it's called International Project Engineering. It started this semester, and it will also be offered in English in the first 4 semesters. In all the other study programs, there are sometimes some courses, some labs that are also offered in English. That is something that, if you were interested, we could always talk about it. The Faculty for Social Work, Health and Nursing is the faculty which does not offer really anything in English yet. This is something we are discussing with them, and we're hoping in the future that, for example, in applied psychology, they are going to offer something, because this is something that students are very interested in. Last but not least, we have the Faculty for Technology and Management, and there is the study program Physical Engineering held in English in the first 4 semesters. But we are also, we have the International Academy, which I will mention on a later slide again. This is a program of 30 ECTS offered every semester in English, where you will be able to take a lot of interdisciplinary courses, also in business and management. So this might be of interest to you. And also, I just learned that in this faculty, they are working on also, how should I say, anglicizing, anglifying one of the business administration bachelors, so that there might be some more courses in the future coming in English. Generally speaking, we have a hands-on approach in teaching. That's the big difference between a University of Applied Science and a sort of normal university. All of our professors have, before starting their professor life, they have worked in industries. They have at least 5 years of experience in the industry. So they all know a lot of practical work, and particularly in the fields of mechanical engineering and electrical engineering. There's a lot of things that you can do with your hands. You can work on a car, you can work on a robot, and there's lots of labs and possibilities for you to get this knowledge and do projects as well. something, I mean, you coming from Bangkok, which is a huge city, you will probably feel maybe not lost in the beginning here, but it's going to be entirely different for you here. But we consider ourselves small, smart, and safe. We have one campus here. It's very short distances, basically between 5 and 10 minutes. You are everywhere and anywhere where you need to go. We have a very good support. We have about one professor teaches 35 students, no more, some exceptions. We have a close cross-faculty cooperation, and we have a quiet and friendly environment. There's lots of greenery around, some mountains. You're close to the lake and close to everywhere. So this is something that maybe after a first, well, cultural shock, or just recognizing that it's so different, people come to like quite a lot. We also cooperate a lot with companies. For example, for the full-time students, for the degree-seeking students, a practical semester within a company is compulsory. We have professorships that are paid by companies for a certain number of years. We give out scholarships and prizes to students, and we have also labs that have been equipped by large companies. Once a year, we offer career days where the companies come on campus and students can actually get in touch with them, talk a little bit, explain what they would like to do, which company they would like to work with. And every now and then, you will already find a student finding a job opportunity via these career days. Just to show you that we're located in a region, we're actually located in a very wealthy region, economically wealthy region, and there's lots of headquarters of internationally operating firms. You see the small gray part in the middle, that's actually the lake, and north of the lake is Germany. To the southeast it's Austria, and to the southwest it's Switzerland. And all these, for example, you see the logo of RWU, that's where we are located. Then you see ZF, that's one of the largest automobile suppliers. You see Ravensburg, the small blue triangle. Maybe you all know the board games and the puzzles. Actually, this company is located in Ravensburg itself. You have EADS, Airbus, Hilti in Liechtenstein. You have Bosch, lots of other companies. It's all very close. Stuttgart and Munich are both within reach of 2 and 2.5 hours. And also there are lots of small and medium-sized companies here in the area, and they are all closely, not all, but a lot of them are closely interlinked with the universities, and they often take students from our university. We have a lot of research and interdisciplinary projects. I'm not too knowledgeable in these projects, but maybe if you read through, there's lots of possibilities for those interested in working with robots, with computers, programming. So there's lots of possibilities. And if ever you were interested, you can not only do take lectures here, but you can also do projects, something that we might have to plan ahead, but we can always talk about it, and I will bring you in touch with the professors. Now, specifically for you as exchange students, I want to summarize once more. We have English taught study programs you profit from. There are a certain number of lectures that are offered every year in English. And we have the International Academy, which I mentioned before, with at least 30 ECTS, mostly between 30 and 40 ECTS offered in every semester in English. We have projects. It's not like I can offer you a list of 20 projects and you choose, but it's rather you say, I'm interested in A, B, C, D, E topic. You can give me some keywords, and then I would inquire here and ask somebody if they have something that on offer, and then I would bring you in touch, and then you could then discuss with the professor which scope, which frame you would like to do such a project. And you can do then both. You can come here and do, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 lectures, learn German, and have maybe a project which keeps you busy 1 or 2 days a week and gets you a certain amount of credits at the end of your time here. Not only do we offer German, and we think it's quite important for you to learn at least some German while you're here, we also offer other language courses, so you can also work on your English, or if you always wanted to learn some kind of French, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, there's other courses you can visit. We offer intercultural courses and yeah, there's also some courses to where you can work on your social skills. Usually when I send around the information for application, there's like a preliminary list you can choose from, and over time that will be expanded and enhanced. We do not, I do not yet know now exactly what will be taught in the winter semester, just have a good overview, but there might be some changes. But we always find something for our students, so that should not be a problem. We have a great deal of flexibility. And oops, what happened now? And as I mentioned before, the professors are also quite helpful with projects. What do we offer you what do we offer you? Well, I'm working in the international office and I'm responsible for all exchange students worldwide. There may be between 25 to 30 every semester. And then my colleague takes care of the degree-seeking students, and there we have between 60 and 100 every semester. So it's actually quite a large group of international students starting every semester. We support all of you before and during and at the end and after your stay. We start usually with some welcome and orientation days. Where we introduce the university to you. We try to deal with formalities for you, like health insurance, bank account, registration with the city. We have a buddy program, so we actually offer you to get in touch with a German or another senior international student here, so that you have somebody who can accompany you in the beginning and help you with some, with daily life. I can offer accommodation to international students. I will show you in a minute. You just need to tell me that you want that. And throughout the semester, we offer some excursions and some country evenings in our student pub. Every semester, some of the students we have different nationalities, can basically introduce their own country. Like, for example, this year in May, we will have a French evening, and in June, we might have an evening, an African evening, because it seems that this year we have a number of African students too. Well, I will show you the dormitories in a minute. Other than that, we have lots of student initiatives you could be part of if you want. We have Formula Student. That's It's a group of students who build a new Formula One car every year and also participate in certain races across Europe. First responder, it has to do with helping, if somebody has an accident, helping them. You could be part of that. Creative is a student consultancy, management consultancy. We have an environmental working group. We have a council for Indian students. We have something that's called Fab Lab, maybe maker space. That term is more familiar to you, where you can actually, it's like a center where you can actually do things, create things, work on things, whether it's repairing a bicycle or something else. We have also quite some interesting didactic tools which you could use. There's university sports, which is offered between the two universities on campus. There's the other campus, the other university here, that's a teachers' university. And between the two of us, we offer 3 sports classes for students by students. We have a big band and so on. So as always, it depends, of course, a little on you, but if you're interested, and we try our very best in the first week to bring you together with as many students and as many international and German students as possible, so that you quickly have a network and can then, start living here and start doing your own things, doing sports, doing some hobbies, next to studying, of course. Just a quick picture for the 2 dormitories we have on campus. The one on the top left-hand side is the older one, but it's being renovated. So it's a small, clean room. The kitchen that you see there is newer now, so it looks much better. And you have your own little refrigerator in the room. You share a bathroom with another student. But it's cheaper than the other one. I think it's 280 now, something like that, yeah. And the other one is right next to it. It's 2 buildings, and there's always 4 students who share an apartment. It's usually 2 international students and 2 German students, so that there's a good mix, and you can also, get to know more about the German language and the German culture. It's a bit more modern. It was only built in 2015, and it's 360 per month. I think both, you know, it depends on you personally. I mean, most of the Thai students I've had here have actually chosen the bottom one. They prefer to be with a friend of theirs in one shared flat with 2 Germans. But I also have many students who prefer the other one, the older one. There's on every floor, there's 2 sides, the north floor and the south floor, and on each floor you have 12 rooms. 2 are international and 10 are Germans. So you can imagine you will meet a lot of Germans quicker maybe even than in the other one. But yeah, it has both pros and cons. So that's something that you can tell me your preference, and I would do whatever I can to put you in the one that you chose. Now, I want to show you, I hope I didn't forget anything, but you can ask questions otherwise. I would like to show you that our small university, small and smart university, is located in a very attractive region. We are very closely located to the mountains, as I mentioned before, to the Alps. You will see some pictures. And both Weingarten and Ravensburg are university towns and have a lot of traditions. Weingarten has around 25,000 inhabitants. We have 2 universities I mentioned. It's our university and the Teachers' University. And there's also, overall, we have 7,000 students. There's the biggest Baroque church north of the Alps. It looks a bit similar to the one in Rome. And we have Blutritt, top left-hand side. You see these many horses. There's a small drop of blood of Jesus, they say. And once a year, there's like 3,000 horses coming and, you know, riding through Weingarten and sort of honoring or worshipping this blood drop of Jesus. So it's quite interesting maybe to participate there or to at least witness it. Okay, Fasnet comes later. Fasnet is Carnival. I'll show you in a minute. Now we switch to Ravensburg briefly. Ravensburg is the city of towers, as you can see. It's a very old medieval town, both of them actually. It has not been destroyed in the Second World War, so you'll see lots of buildings still from before the Second World War even. In the bottom side, you see the Christmas market, which is quite nice. So if you were to come in September, then you'd witness the Christmas market. And on the top right-hand side, you see a picture from the Rutenfest, which is sort of like the 5th season in Ravensburg. It takes place in July, and it's like it has a lot of traditions behind. It's hard to explain, but basically the city is, you know, out and about for 5 days, and it's a lot of fun. And then again, you see, as I mentioned before, Ravensburger, the company is in existence since 1884, and there's actually a museum, a quite nice one, and you can buy, of course, all the boards, games, and everything. And there's in September, at the end of September, there's a whole weekend where the whole city of Ravensburg actually plays board games, outdoor games, whatever. So the whole city of Ravensburg is full, and you can play games. Oh, here you have a picture of Fasnet once more. This Fasnet Carnival is totally different than the one you might have seen on pictures. It's totally different from Cologne and Düsseldorf. This is actually, people are wearing masks and different costumes, and there are lots of processions along the roads, and it's basically to scare the winter away. It has a different, maybe a different meaning than the other one. Yeah, you can actually swim in Lake Constance in the summer, starting maybe in May until September, October. We have also lots of other lakes here, and it's a beautiful scenery, as you can see. It doesn't always look quite like that, but on clear days, you can actually see that you see the Swiss side and you see the Alps behind. In winter, we don't always have that amount of snow. This year it was a bit bad, but usually we have sort of January and February, we do get some snow, and it looks like that. And for most of you, that will be new. Yeah, some other atmospheric pictures. Friedrichshafen, which is located at Lake Constance, is actually home to the airships, so-called Zeppelin. Maybe you have heard of Graf Zeppelin. He actually invented this huge airship, which actually flew across oceans in the 1920s, and until one of them crashed. And then, of course, that was the end of the story. And now they use only the smaller ones for touristic reasons. The other one was more like a cruise ship, and you were actually able to cross the Atlantic Ocean in 3 days. And that was 100 years ago. That was quite specific. It's quite spectacular. We have lots of different types of food, beer, you know, there's a type of pasta, spätzle, that's, you know, people love it here, so you get to know all that. And the last one, but not least, you see a picture of the Baroque church in Weingarten. And sometimes you can actually see the mountains behind. It looks like they are right behind. They are not. It's 100 or more kilometers away, but it looks beautiful. So I hope I was able to sort of create a kind of an appetite maybe to come and study with our university. I can assure you we are looking forward to welcoming you. And from what I hear, most of the students really have a very good time. And if you have any questions, you can always get in touch with me. And of course, I'm also very happy to bring you in touch with your seniors who are currently studying here. And they are also, I'm sure they are willing to share their experiences, and you can find out more about, yeah, what's going on here, what you can do, and so on and so forth. Okay, so far from me.
All right, so thank you very much to Barbara for a very nice presentation. I'm always happy to learn the information and I mean some pictures about Weingarten, about carnival, traditional activities. So which I really hope that I can join sometime in the future. All right, so if the student in this meeting room, if you guys have the question, feel free to unmute the microphone, or otherwise you can text into the chat box to ask. I'm just wondering about dormitory. Is it guarantee room for our exchange student that, okay, they will have no worries about searching for the room at the university? It's a guarantee. I think that now our guest is missing the connection, so just keep waiting. All right, so Barbara is just rejoining us again. So then let's ask. So welcome back, Barbara. I think that you have no speakers now, so maybe let's try to. There is no speaker from Barbara's side. Okay, so now you can unmute your sorry. So let me check. Barbara, now you can unmute your microphone again. Can you unmute your microphone first? There's the
Petalika, did you hear nothing from my presentation?
Okay, now I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Did you hear nothing?
No, just now I can hear you.
I just finished my presentation. I did the whole presentation.
No. We hear all of your presentation. Don't worry.
Oh.
Don't worry.
I was gone.
We can hear all.
Because I finished and there was silence, nothing, dead. And I was like, oh no.
No. We hear all of your presentation, but you just disconnect after you finish the presentation, but now you resume again. So
sorry.
No worries. We're just supposed to ask you for the question, because now we got the question from the student in the chat box as well. Student asked, is there the scholarship for the exchange student again? Because normally our student, I mean the top ranked student will get your kindly support from the Weingarten to support our student to join the exchange program there. So student just asked if there is a scholarship available again for the next year joining.
I'm sorry, I totally forgot to mention that, and I'm going to send it to you actually in either today or tomorrow.
Oh,
yes,
right.
There will be again the opportunity for a scholarship between 3 and 6 months, 1 or 2 students. We have to see. It always depends a little bit on the amount of money I get allocated and the number of people that apply. But I'm sure we will come to a good conclusion.
Thank you so much. So that means students who join out of you next year will also have chance to get the scholarship if they are in the top rank.
Yes,
And actually,
absolutely.
yeah, and actually my question before you disconnect is about the dormitory, because we have seen the very nice dormitory in Weingarten. I guess that it's established in 2015, as you mentioned.
Yeah, the higher building is the older one, and that's being renovated as you go along. They have already replaced the kitchens, so the kitchens are more modern, and every student has their own small little refrigerator, because that was impossible before. And they are also starting to redo the bathrooms, but that is going to take a few years still.
Right.
But
right.
I mean, I think honestly, I think it's really also a good opportunity. And the other one, of course, is more modern, and you know, you're only with 4 people, and usually students get what they're applying for. I've hardly ever had the situation that I had to say, no, you cannot get that one, you have to go to the other one. So in their application, people can put in, they can notify me, say, yes, I would like to have a room, and I would prefer, well, the street is called Briach, and then one is number 2 is the more modern one, and number 10 is the more, the older one. So students can tell me, and then I try to
But all rooms are sharing room, right? No single room.
No, they're all single rooms, but you share the bath.
Share the bath.
They are all single rooms. You share only the bathroom, but you have your own private space and everything.
Is that separate for male and female, or is it mixing?
In the worst case, female and male would have to share the bathroom. We try to avoid that. It is not always possible, but we try to avoid that. But that's the only thing.
But for the building, it's for the room for male and female mixing, right? Okay.
Well, everyone has their own room, and the building, of course, is mixed. It's female, male. It could only happen that you have to share a bathroom. That's the only thing. But if we can, we try to avoid that.
Okay. And what is the starting rate? I'm not sure. Maybe you already show, but I may just miss. What is the starting rate for the dormitory of per month?
They had to also go up a little bit with the rent. For the older one, it's 280 now.
280 euro per month.
Per month, yes, which is still actually the least expensive you can actually get on the market at the moment. And the more modern one is 360. Okay. If you get a room in the private, then it is more like 400 to 500.
All right.
We lost one dormitory here. It's been taken down because it was so old, and we're waiting for the new one to be built. And once that has happened, I hope to get some more rooms, and then the situation will become better again. Until then, I have this certain amount, but no worries. Until now, there was never a problem to grant a room to everyone who needed one from the exchange students.
All right. So that means the room will be guaranteed, that all exchange students will get the room for joining this.
Yes.
Either to go for the summer or the winter semester, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because normally our student will go in the summer semester, which start right now. But just for your information, as you mentioned that there are 2 students from SIT still not receive the visa. So these are students from the master program who join the academy program. So for those bachelor students who join the exchange track, now everyone is already in the class and be ready. So we have no worries about the group of the student. And what my question else? Okay, we used to have the student join. Even now, student who join for 2 semesters and get another certificate from Weingarten. Maybe you can share some of this information to our student again.
Yes, I mean, for the International Academy, you can you have to do 15 ECTS by semester to get a certificate, and it's like an extra transcript. You get, of course, a transcript for everything you achieved, but you get an extra transcript for the International Academy for 15 ECTS per semester. So if you come for 1 year, then you need to do 30 ECTS in that International Academy, and you get an extra certificate.
All right. So this is the, the format, the fixed schedule for the student who extend one more semester and get another certificate. So there is one
Yes.
one more question from the student in the chat box. If I'm interested to do a project, is a project count as a course? I mean, maybe students just ask about the credit, or I can do the separate from the course. So is it possible to do both coursework with the current course that you offer together with doing the project? And if it's possible to get the credit from doing that project?
Yes, it is. Let's say you choose 3 courses with 5 ECTS each, plus the German course, then you have 19 credits, and you still have enough time, let's say 2 days a week, where you can do a project and you, I don't know, you want to do some programming or you want to do something with robots or whatever. Then I mean, of course, it depends a little bit on your background, but then I would ask around here and get in touch with people and ask for topics that are available. If a professor would be willing to take someone on a certain project, or if he has a certain topic on offer, and then I would bring you basically in touch, and then you could say, oh yeah, I would like to do a project equivalent, like it's like an equivalent to a course, and you could then say, oh, I need 5 ECTS, or I need 10 ECTS, and I write a small report, which I then can hand in Thailand as well. So that's pretty flexible.
Oh, so that means they might be able to get the credits. So that means they need
Yes,
to.
yes, they, of course. According to the amount, let's say they say, I need another 5 credits. Then the professor knows, okay, 5 credits. What's the amount of work or input I can expect from the students? And accordingly, he or she, the professor, will give a project, the job, the work, the student to do.
Oh, wow, great. So this is quite flexible and very good
Yes.
offer to our student who might wish to do kind of project under the supervision together with the team from the laboratory, from the super
Absolutely.
in Weingarten. So this is
Yes.
very good opportunity for the student. So
I think so.
Yeah.
Especially if you have some, you have engineering students as well, and if I understand well, your students are both doing management and technology, so there should be some overlap. There should be also some practical projects which would be good to do.
Right. Wow, great. Let me check if there are some questions from our student else. Okay, just student said thank you to this. All right, so Siwapon, actually Siwapon is also here. Maybe Barbara, you are in contact with Siwapon, my colleagues as well.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, she's the coordinator for our outgoing student. Yeah. So
Yes,
Siwapon,
I should probably put you more in CC. I'm sorry. I'm so used to communicating with you, Pichalika. I'm sorry.
No problem. Yeah, I just want to introduce. Yeah. So Siwapon will be the main person, the contact person for all of our SIT outgoing exchange student. And actually, we have one more. Shontisha is taking care of all incoming student. So for Barbara, you also take care of Weingarten student to SIT as well, right?
Yeah, I take care of all incoming exchange students, whether they are from Belgium
I mean,
or
from your side to SIT.
Sorry?
From your side to SIT.
Oh no, that's a different colleague.
Right.
She's called Jessica Harnish. She's responsible for the outgoings here. We have made the cut of responsibilities there between incoming and outgoing.
All right.
So basically, you are outgoing, so I am your counterpart here. I'm responsible for our incomings, your outgoings. That's always a bit confusing.
A bit confused, yeah. All right, so let me check if some more question. All right, so I think that now there's no more question from the student. All right, so Barbara, thank you very much for joining us today. And
you're very welcome.
Very
but
nice to
can I
see
just
you.
once
Sure.
more, I just would like to encourage the students, if they have more questions, they should not hesitate to get in touch. And also I can surely bring them in touch with their senior students here. I would of course ask them first if they would be willing to, but I'm sure they would. And then maybe there's also the possibility to clarify some further questions they might have.
I know because Weingarten University of Applied Science is our longest partnership, and our students always get a very good taking care by you and by professor, everyone in Weingarten. So we always relieve when we send our students to join your university, and every year. Even last year,
Thank
we
you.
missed the chance to send the student, maybe due to the pandemic and whatever. So we
Yeah.
hope that from now on, we can exchange of our students from both sides every year. All right, so
Thank you so much. We
very
try
much
our
for-
best.
Yeah, Sawadika, and thank you very much for joining us today. And we hope that we will have more exchange students from both sides, and hope that you can join our activities again in the future.
Thank
And
you.
don't forget that this June, SIT team will also visit Weingarten, so maybe they will
Of
have
course.
you as well.
It's in the calendar already. We know.
All right,
Who's going
all
to
right.
come? You are going to come? Are you also
No,
going to
not
come?
this time. A group from the professor from the ICT program will visit Weingarten
Okay.
this time. All right. So thank you very
Well,
much for today, Barbara. Have a nice
Thank you
day.
very much and bye
Yeah,
bye.
and please take care. Bye bye.
Thank
You too.
you.
Bye bye.
All right, so everyone, now we have two more university who are coming to join us soon, which is Soongsil University in Korea, and also Technical University of Darmstadt. And today for the Technical University of Darmstadt, we also have the SIT student who just recently joined the program into Darmstadt to come and join us today to share the information about I don't know, whatever, life in Germany and how to survive and how to get the information of this university. So I hope that, yeah, Pichon. Sorry. Pichon almost sleeping.
So actually, I just want to inform all of you that this next semester, in the first semester of 2023, there will be 5 students from Weingarten, joining the exchange program. So if you would like to join Weingarten, I suggest you to apply for the buddy program.
Right.
And then you can also request to take care of students from Weingarten. Then you will have a chance to prepare yourself before you go to the university. Or even though you are not going to the Weingarten, but you plan to go to other university in Germany, you can also request us to take care of students from Germany as well.
And when is the deadline for the buddy system again?
20 something, right? 21st of April.
21st of April. I strongly recommend you guys, if you are going to apply to join the student exchange program, Pichonli will be the main person to take care of the buddy system. But we have experienced that next semester will be very good semester and fit for you guys to be a buddy, because when exchange students who join us and then when they go back, it's also the period that you guys will join the exchange program in those country or that university. So this is a good chance that the student whom you're taking care of will back to take care of you as well in return. Even not from the same university, but in the same country, or even from the different country. Who will know
Yes.
that? Who knows that? For example, I believe that when you guys join the exchange program in this country, you will have chance to visit the nearby country, especially in European country. I believe that you will go there not only to study, but will explore the world, to travel to some other European countries. So it will be good if you have friends in that country. So you will not be treated as the tourist anymore because you have friends there. So you guys will just go as just go visiting friend, so it's a very good chance. And what benefit from being a buddy? What else, Pichon?
Yeah,
Getting
so
the
before talking about the benefits, so I just want to let you know, being a buddy doesn't mean that you have to take care of the exchange students for the whole semester. It can be only the first month when they arrive, because we do have the list of responsibilities that you have to complete. So for example, you may pick them up from the airport, but this is not mandatory. You may help them to book the accommodation, take them to the dormitory on the first day, take them to the shopping mall or something. Just help them to settle down their life for the first months. And after that, you can be friends or you do not be friends. I don't know, but you can also make friends with other exchange students because since when you are the buddy, you can join a lot of activities under the buddy system. It means that you will have more chance to get to know other friends from other countries. And if you complete the buddy system, you will receive 10 working hours, either scholarship hours or activity hours. Right, and when you apply for the buddy program, and if you apply for the scholarship for the exchange program, right, you will get the interview. And if you have an experience for being a buddy for exchange students, I think you have a lot of things to talk, to present yourself in the interview room. Yeah. That's all.
All right, so so this is a good chance to be a buddy นะคะ We encourage you guys, don't worry about getting new friends. So this is a good chance to prepare yourself before going abroad. And I would like P. Judy to share or to share the information about applying for the scholarship for those who are accepted to join the exchange program นะคะ
Okay.
We have types of the scholarship, including outside scholarship and also from SIT scholarship.
Yes, so for Pichon have mentioned about the scholarship, right? So for exchange track student, SIT also provides scholarships. Okay, and here is the information about the scholarship. So first of all, if you would like to apply to this SIT scholarship for exchange track student, you must have the CGPA of at least 3.25. Okay, 3.25 with some English score that meet the requirement. For the English score, it will be different. It will be higher than the requirement of exchange track. So for the scholarship is a little bit higher. So you can go to check the criteria. And also you must not have like the deducted score. Okay, like cheating in the exam room or some bad reputation to get the deducted score. So you cannot apply if you get that. Okay, so for the scholarship period, application period, it will open in October. For the October, so the information here is not updated yet. So after that, I will update the date and the required document. Okay, so here is the list of required documents. For the amount of the scholarship, the amount of the scholarship is up to 50,000 baht. It doesn't mean that everyone applying to the scholarship will get this amount, which is 50,000 baht. So it means that you will get like some amount in the range of this 50,000 baht. You can get 5,000 baht, you can get 30,000 baht or 20,000 baht. It's up to the number of the applicants and like many criteria. For the scholarship consideration, we will have the committee who will come to select and to consider about the student, like which student will get the amount, which amount. Okay, and for the scholarship, it will cover the airfare, the transportation in the host country, the visa fee, the insurance, and the accommodation. So, but however, you can reimburse within the amount you get. It doesn't mean that like you can reimburse all of this expense. If you get the scholarship for only 10,000 baht, you can reimburse only 10,000 baht for these expenses. Okay, and we also have the condition for the scholarship recipient, which is that if you get the scholarship, you will have to submit a photo with like a passage, a small passage reviewing your student exchange life in the host university, and also one short video. This video will contain like the student exchange life, the campus life, like your experience while being an exchange track student in a host university. And we will ask for your permission to publish this video and this picture and your passage about your exchange life to our like PR material for the next semester. Student who would like to join the exchange track, they can like make the consideration. This is the SIIT scholarship, all right. And apart from this, there are some scholarships available which provide by the host university. For example, from Weingarten, who just presented, they also provide some scholarship. And for example, in Zurich University of Applied Science. However, for this outside scholarship from the host university or from other organization, we cannot guarantee. We cannot guarantee whether they will have the scholarship in your semester or not. So we will have to wait and see if they will announce how many seats for scholarship available or if they will provide a scholarship or not. Okay. And there is a condition for you to note that if you get the scholarship from the host university or from outside organization for doing this student exchange program, you will automatically get a scholarship from SIIT only 5,000 baht at the maximum, not over this. Okay.
And just to add with P2D,นะคะ, you will get not more than 5,000 baht, but it doesn't mean that everyone will get the scholarship. It depends on the consideration from the SIIT committee. You might or might not get the scholarship,นะคะ, but normally from the previous years, our students get the scholarship from both sides,นะคะ.
Okay, and as Pichon just mentioned, that being a buddy is also one good thing to present yourself in the scholarship interview room, if you have ever joined international activities in SIIT or not. Okay. So I do encourage you guys to apply. Anyway. All right. So here is the site, and like in this site, there will be so many videos reviewing exchange track life or being an exchange student in a host university. So you guys can look at this site and like see this video to have more idea before applying to the exchange track, which will open very soon. And for this year's session of Global Week, I will also publish it in this site as well. Last year we have 5 days of Global Weeks, but this year we have 6 days, so which is more. All right.
All right, so thanks to P2D,นะคะ, for sharing the information about scholarship, and also thanks to Pichon for sharing the buddy system program,นะคะ. Now we come to some popular question that student always ask us,นะคะ, that for example, how can I know if I should be in the quota for this university or not? Because we consider the quota of the student then not only from your program, but in the whole SIIT. So for example, if we have the quota for Helsinki Metropolitan University of Applied Science, the quota is 5, for example. Students just ask, how can I know whether I should be in the list or not? Frankly speaking, that we may be able to answer you that, okay, now how many students apply to this university, but we cannot tell you about the information of the applicants,นะคะ. So you guys have to consider and have to plan by yourself. If you feel that, oh, okay, now there are a lot of students, like 10-15 students apply to this university, you want to change to another university, because we will give you a first priority,นะคะ. For example, if you apply to, normally we can say that we consider from your GPA, from your English score, but from other factors will be considered as well,นะคะ, but mostly and from GPA and English score. So if you feel that, okay, you will not have chance to get this university, please consider to another university, which is the first priority, because we will place the successful candidate to the first university, even though your GPA may be lower than the second round for some students who missed from other university. But since you already select the first this university as the first priority. All right, so I think that now our guest from Soongsil University is already with us. So if you are ready, I'm not sure who will be joining us from Soongsil University in Korea. So if you are ready, please turn on the camera and unmute your microphone. Now our guest from Korea is joining us here. All right, hi. Good evening to Korea and good afternoon, late afternoon from Thailand as well. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we
All
can hear you
right.
just fine.
All right, perfect. So if I may, I would like to give this stage to you guys to introduce yourself and also conduct the presentation to our SIT students who are here. And please allow us to record this video in order to share to our students who missed the chance for the live session today, but they are waiting to see the presentation from the YouTube channel that we're gonna share with them after today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Then shall we start it?
Mhm. Perfect.
They cannot see.
If you guys could you give us a notification if you can see our screen or not?
It seems that the screen will be shown soon, but we cannot see it now yet.
Okay, there we go.
All right. I think that the screen will come soon, but just now in the white background. Nothing here yet. Okay.
It's okay.
Can you all see it okay now?
Yes, we can see it now, but could you click to the slideshow on
Right.
the top right? Okay. Thank you.
It don't work.
It is it right here?
Yeah, but
Oh,
you can
it's still-
see the slides.
You did not start for the slideshow yet, so please click
Okay.
the slideshow on the top right.
Okay, give us just a second. Looks like we're having some start from the beginning. Mhm.
They don't work. Sorry, but we need a more comment for the
It seems like
slideshow.
we're having just some, sorry, it looks like we're just having some technical difficulties making sure.
No problem. Take your time.
Sorry.
No problem.
Yeah,
Let's just try real quick.
sure. It worked.
Okay, perfect. Sorry about that.
All right, it's perfect now.
Got it good to
Thank
go.
you. Yeah, please.
On you.
So started?
Mhm.
Yeah. Nice to meet you. We are today presenter and my name is Nara. Thank you for joining in our online session. We hope you have efficient time in our session and get many informations about Soongsil University and life in Korea.
Hi guys, my name is Jeremy. I am an international student helping my peer Nara kind of give a little perspective on what it's like to be an international student here as well. So with that being said, if you guys have any questions, please hold them to the end of the presentation. And we'll answer them as many as we can.
Yeah, let us introduce about Soongsil University first. Soongsil is the first university of Korea. And Soongsil University was built in 1897 by missionary William Baird. Our university is located in Seoul Near campus, there are Seoul National University and Chungang University also. And Soongsil University has 11 colleges and 52 majors. I'm an undergraduate student of political science and international relations. I think Soongsil is very attractive because of beautiful campus. Our university has garden and center of campus. In spring, there is very cute flowers, and in summer, there will be fountain. Also, and Soongsil is located in the middle of Seoul. It is really charming point also.
So as Nara said, Soongsil is located in the middle of Seoul. We've got a nice little map here to kind of give you perspective of what it's like. Good thing about being in the middle of Seoul is you're roughly about 30 to 45 minutes away from everything. If you want to go experience the nightlife, Hongdae would be the place for you, the shopping street. Or if you have a fancier taste, maybe Gangnam would be your place to go to. If shopping's not really your forte, there is traditional architecture you can view at Gyeongbokgung Palace or the Korean War Memorial. All these can be easily accessed thanks to Korea's modern transportation systems like the bus and the train system as well. That being said, not only can you really enjoy the education that's provided at Soongsil, but you can also have easy access to what it's like in life in Korea.
Yep, and we want to introduce to you about SISS. And what is SISS? SISS is called SIS, and SIS is Soongsil International Summer Schools Initial. In SIS, participants can experience Korean culture, like wearing hanbok in Korean palace, amusement park, Han River cruise, Korean buffet, so forth. It will be opened 2 session times in this summer. First session will be held in July and second session in August. I was the organizer of SIS last year, and I can learn in this process the global mind. Of course, I can make very many good international friends like Jeremy. I strongly recommend you to participate in.
So as I mentioned, I'm an exchange student. I've had the pleasure of attending the summer program in a full long year here at Soongsil University. That being said, the course categories that we have range into 2 categories. You can take courses like business and economics, engineering, or you can focus down on the Korean language course like I chose. So also, I understand that you're coming to Korea. It's not all about studying. We do have activities for you to participate in or little field trips. Depending on which session that you go on, will also determine which field trips that you go on as well. So like here on the first session 1, you go to Gyeongbokgung Palace. This was built roughly in 1394 by King Taejo, who was the establisher of the Joseon dynasty. You really get a nice perspective of what ancient Korean architecture was like. There's a mud festival that's held annually during the summertime in Boryong city. This is allowing you to let off steam. I understand getting down and dirty in the mud might not be your forte. However, there are a lot of health benefits that the festival likes to iterate. So in terms of like your facial beauty, the bloods, the actual skincare and everything else. The last things that you'll be wanting to do is going to Lotte World. And Lotte World is one of Seoul's largest theme parks. You'll get to actually dress up in high school uniforms, which is a pretty big attraction for not only foreign students, but also Korean students as well. And you'll be able to get to tour the Han River, which Nara will actually kind of go into details about that for session 2.
Yeah, right. In session 2, you can experience this following. The first one is like the session 1, the Gyeongbokgung Palace. And the second one is Hype Inside. The second Hype Inside is, as I think you know, the Hype, the BTS, 17, and the Seraphim, and TXT, so forth. In Hype Inside, we can see and feel K-pop. And just in addition, Hype Inside is known as Museum of BTS. And the third one is Everland. This is also amusement park like Lotte World, but Everland has more attraction, right? And you can wear the high school uniform in here also. And I want to visit here in this summer too. And the last Han River cruise is, the fourth is the Han River cruise, and we will ride cruise in Han River, so we can see through of Seoul views on the river. Last year, we also experienced it, and it was precious memory to us. Yeah.
So that being said, if you're curious about the summer program, let us know. We have a website that has all this information on there. So if you guys aren't quite sure about anything, you can visit that website and get the rest of the information. And here's just some pictures that we have during the summer program. Me and Nara were right there side by side with one another and experienced everything together. We really got to create some very cherishable memories. So that being said, we'll get into the exchange student lifestyle. As I mentioned before, I've been here since last semester, and I'll be here for a full academic year. The school semesters do start off a little different in comparison to some of your home universities. For example, we started, I believe it was September, around that time, and then we went to December for the fall semester, and then the spring semester went from March until June, July-ish at time. That being said, if you are a student who is worrying about housing, don't worry, there's a lot of housing options here. The picture on the left is actually the dorms that you can stay in for an international student. There are some other actual living situations that can be done at Soongsil University as well. But if you really want to immerse yourself in Korean society and the dorms aren't really your forte, you are eligible to go out and actually get your own apartment. That being said, again, you're here to study, but you're also here to explore some things. In terms of studying, you'll either choose a different assortment of classes, depending on your Korean capabilities. You can even choose Korean courses. Now, going into the pictures here, these are all pictures I've taken during my time here abroad. I've been able to travel significantly because there's plenty of time to do so. You can go see the Blue House in Seoul. You can go see the Ocean Temple at Busan, or you can go see some older architecture in Daegu. If you're lucky like I was, if anyone knows who this person is in the top right, his name is Ma Dong-seok, or Don Lee in the States. He's one of the famous actors from movies all about. I actually got to meet the man in the flesh, gave me a little gift bag and everything. It was a dream come true. So maybe you'll just be lucky enough like I was to kind of see this experience.
Right. The next part is Soongsil Global Program. As you can see in this page, we have two groups who are working for Soongsil's global affairs. The two groups consisted by students in Soongsil. First is SISO. SISO is International Students Organization. They work for exchange students, so they are planning the programs like outdoor picnic, welcome party, or farewell party. And the second one is SIA. The SIS is International Ambassador of Soongsil. So we work for globalization and do the protocol service. And every single month, we open International Day, which can experience each countries by playing traditional games and eating snacks. From this program, I think my language skill is really developed, and working in Soongsil, working as CS member is really unique. Like these programs in Soongsil, you can participate in or experience various international cultural programs. Soongsil's catchphrase is Global Soongsil to the World. I believe that I can reach to my dream in Soongsil. And please.
That finishes our presentation. I know it was brief, but I hope it was very informative. If you all have any questions, please let us know. You can type in the chat or you can unmute yourself and we'll try to answer them as best as we can.
Thank you very much for a very nice presentation. So I myself visited your university 5 years ago in 2018. At that time, I think you were like high school students, right? So I experienced a lot of things there, and I was quite impressed with the dormitory, the on-campus dormitory. The building is very beautiful. There are so many rooms that students can stay. So for you as the international students, where do you stay, on the campus or off campus?
I'm actually in the dormitory that you just mentioned. The good thing about the dormitory, if you're really wanting to meet people, you are actually given a roommate for that concept. It's one of the cheaper options of living in Seoul. Again, but some people might look on the downside of having a roommate. But from my past experience, having that roommate was really good. We did a lot of things together. We were able to communicate, participate in courses together, and kind of keep each other on track on our studies, but also having fun as well.
All right. And what about the CISO, SISO? So do they also act as the buddy for international students, like to help and support international students when they arrive?
Yes, right. Yes, right. Exactly.
And to kind of add more onto that, as I mentioned, I came during the summer, but I'm still in contact with many of these people that I've met in SISO or SISS. They're still help me out whenever I have questions or issues arise, because coming to a foreign country, there's bound to be many questions, or sometimes you find yourself in an odd situation. Yes, it can be your Korean buddy, but even then, if they're not your Korean buddy, you can still reach out to the organization and get some clarification.
Is the one-on-one buddy, or is the group of students take care, not specific exchange students?
It's actually the group bodies, but the one Korean and or 3 or 4 exchange students. So they make a group. Yes, you can see that as a group. And another thing, in the Soongsil, there is a language exchange programs. In that programs, you can meet Korean people as personally. So that relations is really similar with bodies also.
To add on to the LEP program, we actually just started our program today. I have been assigned to a group of individuals, I think 3, if I remember correctly. All speak English, or I would speak Korean to them, depending on your language capabilities and depending on what is interested, is determining who you be put with and how many people you be put with as well.
All right. So thank you very much. And apart from question about campus life, I would like to ask more about academic. So our students, since our institute, we offer classes in engineering and management fields. So what about courses in Soongsil, in engineering and management or business? Do you have many courses taught in English for exchange students?
So I think I'll take this one real quick. For the exchange students, we actually have 2 different kind of categories. We have classes just for exchange students, and we have courses taught in English, I think Chinese and Japanese as well. As far as engineering, I believe there are a few, but more towards the business. That's the courses I've been taking. There are roughly 4 to 8, I think, courses around business. I'd have to double check the number. However, if you are more curious on the actual courses that were provided, I believe if you reach, at least what I did was I reached out to the international office and they provided the most previous course listing that they had available. And this will give you all the courses that they have that are taught in English for the international students, as well as the courses that are also taught in a foreign language.
All right. So you mentioned that there are courses that for exchange students. So can you explain more about this? Like how many courses and what fields?
I think there was a total of 8 to 10 courses. The courses that are meant for the exchange students, just the exchange students, I should say, are going to be courses wrapped around the idea of Korean history or the what's happening now. So I took geopolitical courses my first semester that revolved around North and South Korea relationships, Korean, China, Japan relationships. This semester, I'm taking a course called Korean Wave that'll give me a better insight of how the Korean Wave started, what kind of things we're seeing now, the K-pop, how that grew up, for example, the dramas that we're seeing today, anything that's related to Korean arts or that have been branching out towards different states. As for just exchange students as well, there's a couple of economic courses that you can take. Again, all these courses are taught in English, and I believe that hits up the majority of the courses for just the exchange students. But again, I'd like to emphasize there's an abundance more courses that are taught in English that'll revolve around economics, business, English language, if that's your forte. Again, we do offer Korean courses depending on your level. To kind of hit on the Korean courses, if that's what you're wanting to take, you actually take a proficiency test to determine your skill level. And if you take the summer course, or if you take the academic long year or just a semester, there are 3 levels that you can go into. And again, this is identified, which level you go into is identified after the test is taken.
Yep, and I had the one class with the exchange students in last semester. That class was about the political science, but it was very precious time to learn about my academic with exchange students. There is some professors that can allow the exchange students in his course. So, yep, except the 8 or 10 courses, as Jeremy mentioned, you can take another courses or so in Soongsil.
Thank you very much. So I also have my colleague with me here, Ms. Siwapon. She's taking care of outgoing exchange students. So you may have some questions from our students who always ask you when they would like to join the exchange program abroad. And of course, Korea is one of the most popular destination among our students.
Yes, actually, I would like to know about the English requirement. Like if you require any English score in specific or not.
So like there's the TOEFL test, right? So I'm not sure if there's any specifics from I'm not trying to slander my classmates. However, just hearing your speech just now, you speak more English than some of my fellow classmates do. And again, that's nothing against them, but as far as requirements go, that's something the international office would have to handle. But I would imagine there is not, just from my experience.
So they not require any language certificate in specific, right?
As far as I know, no, but again, that question will need to be answered by the actual international office.
Oh, all right.
Just for some clarification.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, which is very interesting because like so many students, they're concerned about the English score. And just for your information is that in SIIT, we also like all classes are taught in English. And the student need to submit English score when they when they enter the SIIT in the first year of their study. So some students, they're concerned because their language certificate is already expired by the time they apply to the student exchange program. They're just concerned if they will have to like take a new English test or not.
But I think we still need to confirm this information with the international office?
Yes, ma'am. That would be the best bet. Unfortunately, I can't provide an answer being a native English speaker. Miss Nara, she's a Korean resident, so she'll be taking her courses in Korean. I apologize though for not having that information on hand.
Right, because one of the most information that our students need to know is, first of all, the courses that they can take, and then they can transfer back to our institute. And another one is the English score, if you require or not. Yeah.
Understood. If I may recommend, then ma'am, if you are the representative of all the students, we can provide the email if you don't have it already, but emailing Miss Olivia or the international office here, we can get that email for you. And what it'll have is information of if any English tests are required, as well as the class listing that was available to kind of give you an idea of what students can expect when they come over to Soongsil.
Right. I will left our office email in the chat now.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
And may I ask, is there any Thai students in Soongsil University?
Yes.
I would believe so. I haven't had the pleasure of meeting them yet, ma'am. But I wouldn't see why there wouldn't be, ma'am.
Yeah, the study at ssu.ac.kr is our email. So if you have any question about the courses or the English certification, you can ask the following emails.
And how about the international students in Soongsil? Is there, I mean, numbers of the variety of the international student in Soongsil, and kind of like activities that the university provide for the international student? Can you share with us?
Yes. I'm not sure about the very exact number of the international students, but I think it's a very huge number in Soongsil, because as I mentioned, our catchphrase is the global Soongsil to the world. So the Soongsil's motto is the global things. So I think, yes, there is a huge number of international students. And in our presentation, there was something like the SISS or the SIA or SISO, especially the two groups of the international affairs. They work for the international students and the international affairs of Soongsil. So we opened the International Day for exchange students, and we have some language exchange program in monthly, or like Jeremy mentioned, the LP is in here. So, and yep.
Provide some qualitative data for you. We actually have a large group chat of all the international students for both the summer and each semester of exchange program. The summer had roughly 40 to 50 international students from around the globe. We do see a majority of Europeans, particularly Germany and France, being the largest group. But for a semester long, we roughly average about 140 to 150 students, according to the group chat that I'm currently in. And that was per semester.
All right, so it seems that there are a lot of international students in Soongsil University. So I guess that if our students join Soongsil, they will have chance to join the activity and get make friends and have a network of exchange student. How long you will be in Soongsil as the exchange student?
I will be departing August 1st of this year, and my arrival date was August 3rd of last year.
And did you join the Korean language class, something?
Yes, actually, I participated in all each semester, including the summer program. I participated in the Korean language course. There is students are given a winter break as well. And if they'd like to focus more on their Korean language course, this is a different department within Soongsil. However, there is a 10-week language course that students can sign up for as well. We can try to get you that information as well, or if by Googling the language classes or the language course at Soongsil University, you're able to get a better idea of what that coursework is like. But again, that's going to be outside of our department and with a different department at Soongsil.
Is it free of charge or some fee that you have to pay for language class?
So the 10-week course, ma'am, would be a fee of being charged. It is an actual 10-week course that's provided by an actual professor, book work, homework, test taking as well.
Right. And how about your language ability of speaking in Korean language?
I started off completely beginner level. I think I only knew a little bit of Hangul, and now I'm able to have daily conversations,
All right.
interaction with if I'm going to a restaurant or if I need directions. Now that is to say that's been a lot of personal study time as well. So depending on how much the student obviously puts in will determine what they get out. However, if you're asking about the coursework and how adequate the coursework is, I say it was very efficient in terms of helping beginners out, complete beginners, I should say.
And,
As far
and we,
as,
sorry. Yeah,
so
please.
I was going to say there's 6, so there's 3 levels on the exchange program. And if you're going to the winter course I mentioned, there are 6 levels that you can go from depending on your abilities and capabilities.
And will you get the credit from joining the language course?
Yes, ma'am. So the exchange program is 3-hour credit course here at Soongsil University.
All right. So do you think that if students join Soongsil or either just to stay in Korea for 1 semester, is that enough for them to learn Korean language to be able to communicate in the daily life? Is it enough time for learning Korean language for only 1 semester?
From my personal study habits, it was enough the first semester. So the way the course is structured, for when I started off on course 1, the course was one class per week, ranging, I believe it was 3 hours. It should be 3 hours now, because we last semester we were coming off of COVID restrictions, so we had a hybrid system of half the class was in person, and then the other half of the class would be held online. That being said, a majority of the COVID restrictions are over now, so it should be the Korean course is 1 class per week for 3 hours. The professor gives you guidance on the grammar structure that you're working on, and as far as vocabulary works, to terms of becoming more efficient, that's going to be given more to the student to decide on how they approach that.
All right. So thank you very much for the information that you kindly provide for us. So Pichon and Judy, do you have any other questions to ask? All right, so I think that that's all from the question from our side here, and thank you very much to both of you for your kindness for joining us today. It's a very nice presentation, and we are happy to have chance to communicate with you guys. And please send our best regard to Olivia Lee and also people in Soongsil University in the International Affairs. And also thank you very much for sending students and also give a chance for our students to learn about Soongsil University today. So thank you very much for your time. Good evening from Thailand. Sandra from TU Darmstadt is here with us.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, good evening, and maybe good morning to Darmstadt.
Thanks.
All right, so I am Pichalika from SIIT International Affairs and Corporate Relations, and I'm already here with Pochara. You may know him.
Yeah, it's good to see you, Pray. Hi.
Right. So Sandra, thank you very much for joining us today. And TU Darmstadt is the last university joining us in the last day of our SIIT Global Week session. So even in a short notice of the invitation, but you guys so kindly provide the information to share with our students today. And just for your information that the session today, since not so many students can attend the live session, but we supposed to share the information to them through the YouTube channel. So please allow us to record the video and to share the information to them after this.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, all right. I think that the information from Claudia requested us to share the screen for your presentation, right?
Yeah.
So if you are ready, I would like to just start the presentation, because today there will be you and also from Pochala. Or should we wait for Claudia joining?
Yeah, we should. Yeah, we should wait for Claudia. She's coming. I just texted her.
All right, no problem.
But thank you. She will be there.
All right, no problem. Because actually our fixing time, I mean the schedule time is 6:40. Actually, we just talked while we are waiting. We just talked to Hochschule about his life in TU Darmstadt. Yeah.
Already, great.
How about the weather now in Darmstadt?
So today it's cloudy but warmer with 11 degrees Celsius. So it's going up and getting more spring vibes over here.
So now it's the beginning of the springtime.
Yeah, right.
Which is the season that people is waiting for that, right?
Yeah, we are waiting for that.
You're waiting for the sunshine, right?
Yeah,
but
right.
now the weather in Thailand is very hot.
Oh, is it?
Now
Yeah.
it's the real summertime in Thailand. Very,
Okay.
very hot. Yeah. So now,
Yes.
yeah.
Sorry.
But Claudia, who joined us, she's now in China, I guess, right?
Taiwan.
In Taiwan. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So is that the semester time in Darmstadt at the moment?
So currently there is a semester break, but exam period. And April 1st is the start of the new semester, and lectures are starting in the mid of April. So it's quite busy right now on campus, although there is semester break.
All right. So thank you. Even busy time, but you still provide your time to join our session today. So thank you very much.
Yeah, sure.
I guess that Claudia is here with us.
Yeah, she is right there.
Hi, hi.
Yeah. Hi, good evening from Thailand.
Good evening from Taiwan.
Okay, how are you doing, Claudia?
I'm great. How are you?
We are fine. I'm here today with my colleagues here, Shontisha and Siwaporn, who is the coordinator for our exchange student, and Pochela is already here as well. And Sandra just joined us today. So as I just informed to Sandra that this is the last university TU Darmstadt who kindly joined us, even in a very short notice of the invitation, but you guys still so kind to provide the information to share with our students. And since today many of our students cannot attend the live session, but we are going to share the information of our session to our student via YouTube channel. So please allow us to record the video and also share the information. All right, so if I may, can we start a bit early from the scheduled time? Because actually the scheduled time should be 6:40, but if possible, maybe we can start now.
Of course, no problem. Thank you very much for organizing everything.
Yeah, so my colleagues, Siwaporn will share the information for you, and please start with your presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So my name is Claudia Finner. I'm head of the Asia offices of TU Darmstadt, and today with my colleague Sandra and one of the SIIT student, Prem, I would like to introduce what we offer at TU Darmstadt. So you can always scan our QR codes to get to our websites, and the main website is TU Darmstadt, and you will find us on Instagram as well, the students of TU Darmstadt. And you can also find our International Summer University, or for short, ISU, on Instagram, and follow us and have an overview of what we are doing throughout the year. So next slide, please. So at TU Darmstadt, we have more than 300 partners worldwide. And to give you an overview of our partnerships, and we are in charge of Asia countries. So today we would like to introduce to our Thai friends from SIIT what we offer at TU Darmstadt. Next slide, please. Some more information about Germany. We have a population of 83 million people with 10 million foreign citizens, and we are in the heart of Europe with 9 neighboring countries. So if you come to Darmstadt, you have also the possibility to have a look at great landscapes, mountains, to go to the coast, the North and the Baltic Sea, and the climate is quite nice. You will definitely have a new experience when you're staying in Thailand throughout the year. Next slide, please. So Darmstadt is quite a small city, but it's conveniently located next to Frankfurt. Frankfurt is the biggest international travel hub and airport in Germany. So you can easily take a shuttle bus or the train from Frankfurt Airport, and you will reach Darmstadt and TU Darmstadt in only 25 minutes. It's an international traffic hub, as I said, and one of the economically strongest areas in Germany. We have 450,000 settled companies, and that is important for us because a lot of our professors and departments work very close together with the local industry, and it's very international, and a lot of our students also gain some experience in the local companies doing an internship while they are still bachelor or master students. And TU Darmstadt is a member of TU9. You maybe have heard of this before. TU9 are the leading 9 technical universities in Germany, and we are one of them. We have about 26,000 students at TU Darmstadt, and on average, there are about like 12 or 13% international students at German universities, but we are more international with 20% of our students coming from abroad. And as I mentioned, we have more than 300 partner universities. So a lot of our students are interested in doing an exchange semester abroad. And we also welcome the students from our partners at TU Darmstadt. You can stay for 1 or for 2 semesters. And we are very proud of our rankings, especially in the engineering and natural science departments. And in the QS graduate employability ranking, we were on the 3rd place in 2020. And I think that is something also you should consider if you come to TU Darmstadt. Our students easily can get a job afterwards because they're very well trained throughout their studies. So coming to our departments at TU Darmstadt, we have 13 departments. 50% of our students study in engineering. We have 5 different departments: mechanical engineering, civil and environmental engineering, architecture, electrical engineering and information technology, and computer science. And all of these departments offer different programs of study. So if you go to our website, for example, to mechanical engineering, you can find all the programs that these departments will offer. And 35% of our students are studying in the fields of natural science. There we also have 5 different departments. And even though we are technical universities, we also offer humanities. And so we have law and economics, history and social science, and human science as well. And we do offer some English master programs that are entirely taught in English. So if we come to the next slide, you can see these master programs. So if you are a master student, so a graduate student coming to TU Darmstadt on exchange, and you are from one of these fields, you will find all the modules, all the courses you're looking for graduate students taught in English. But nevertheless, if you're not from these fields, you can join courses from these departments. And in all other programs we have, basically it's taught in German, but we also offer modules that are taught in English as well. And to give you an overview of our academic year, in Germany we have semesters, the winter semester and the summer semester. And if you come to Germany on exchange, you can join us first for a German language course. So in August, you would do an online placement test if you have some prior knowledge of German. And then in September, when you come to Germany, you can do an intensive language course, which is 1 month. You don't have to do it, but I would recommend that you do learn some German before the semester will start, just to help you throughout your everyday life, doing some grocery shoppings and making some friends. And then in the middle of October, our lectures start. There is a Christmas break around the end of December and beginning of January, around 2.5 weeks. And then the semester classes run until middle or end of February, followed by the exams in March. And for the summer semester, it's similar. There's no break in between, and so the classes run from middle of February to middle or end of July, usually followed by the exam. And For both semesters, we offer an intensive German language course for our incoming exchange students. So it would be September for the winter semester and March for the summer semester. And this is again an overview of the timeline, similar to the slide before. So lectures start middle of October, going until February. And for the summer semesters, the lectures start middle of April usually, until middle or end of July. And if you want to apply to come to the TU Darmstadt as an exchange student, you first have to apply to your own home university, to the international office. Then you will be nominated by your international office to our international office. And then you have to apply for the exchange. And you can always find the updated information and the deadlines on our website. So as I said before, each department offers English taught courses, and each of the 13 departments has a departmental advisor, a departmental coordinator. So you could go to our website, key in departmental advisor, departmental coordinator, and then find the person who is in charge in your department, and send him or her an email with all the questions you might have about the courses, if they're taught in the next winter semester in English and what you're looking for. So please get in contact early, and feel free to ask all your questions, and check our database also, where you can find the courses that are taught in English in the winter semester, or in English in the summer semester. Sometimes for bachelor students or for master students, you will find a big variety of courses. And what we also offer is language courses, German courses throughout the semester. So the intensive courses would be before the semester starts in September and March, but throughout the semester, there's also less intensive German courses offered. And if you have some prior knowledge, you can do a placement test, and then you will be in the right course and continue learning German throughout the semester. And then we are coming to the costs per semester. Of course, a lot depends on your lifestyle. So the biggest part you need to spend on accommodation. And it also depends on the city where you live. For example, Darmstadt is a little bit cheaper than the bigger cities. I believe the most expensive city in Germany is Munich in terms of housing. And then you have to consider your food costs. And usually university students in Germany would cook together in the evening. So supermarkets are quite reasonable, and the fast food is quite unhealthy. So it's always nice to gather in your dormitory or in your shared flat and cook together. And some other extra costs you should have in mind. For example, you need to have a health insurance in Germany. And so about like 934 euros we calculated per month would be fine. And maybe you need some extra money if you're in Darmstadt in the middle of Europe. You also want to do some traveling, I believe, on the weekend or during the semester break. There's like very good public transport, buses and trains, so maybe you could save some money, and so you can see some other cities in Germany and in Europe as well. And we offer some support, like similar to at your home university. We have a buddy program, and our international student service, or for short ISS, they will organize first the experience week before the semester starts, so where you can meet a lot of new friends and get all the help you need. And they also introduce us to some student groups who do some campus tours, field trips, a lot of social events. So you should definitely join to get all the information you need and to make some new friends as soon as possible. And as an international student, you're also allowed to work in Germany. So you could either work up to 120 full days a year or 240 half days. You cannot be self-employed, and you cannot be a freelancer. So please check out all the permissions you need. And for example, if you consider doing a part-time job in addition to your studies. And now I head over to Sandra.
Thank you, Claudia. Yeah, I'm the coordinator of the Summer University, the International Summer University. That's why I'm here. I'm currently in Darmstadt, not as Claudia in Taiwan. So I'm very happy to introduce to you our short-term program. The International Summer University is a short-term program, as I said, consisting of 2 weeks virtual and 4 weeks on-site program here in Darmstadt. You can choose academic courses in the field of mechanical engineering or electrical engineering. Within this program, you will also have the opportunity to learn German language and have a training for cross-cultural competences. Within this program, we are also offering an excursion, social and cultural program. So, for example, we are heading to Munich, for example, for a weekend trip. We are going to Frankfurt or Heidelberg, which are close by to Darmstadt, but we are also experiencing Darmstadt and TU Darmstadt here. Regarding credit points, you are receiving 12 ECTS. These are the European Credit Transfer System. And if you would like to apply for our program, you must be enrolled at your home university SIIT and have profound interest in engineering topics. The program fee is 2,500 euros, and it includes all the mechanical, electrical, German language, cross-cultural competencies courses. It includes accommodation, public transportation tickets, the social events, excursions, and health insurance. We are offering partial scholarships to students from SIIT if they are nominated by our colleagues from the international offices. So please consult there first so that you are going to be nominated by them, and then you will be able to receive the partial scholarship, which reduces the fee. Next slide, please. For this year, the application deadline is almost there. So tomorrow, there is the application deadline to apply for the program, which runs from June 5th to July 15th. If you are interested, send me an email to summer@zv.tu-darmstadt.de, because then I'm aware that you are interested in this program, and then we can maybe just postpone the application period for a while longer. Otherwise, you could apply for our 2024 Summer University, which runs from June 3rd to July 13 next year. As you can see, here are also the dates for the virtual period. So we have a 2-week virtual program from June 5th to June 17th this year, or June 3rd to June 15th next year, and then an on-site period where you will arrive on June 18th this year or June 16th next year, and will stay until July 15th. Yeah, so we are very happy to receive some interested emails from you for this year if you would like to, and otherwise we are happy to welcome you next year. And I think the next slide will start with some, no, okay, it will be Claudia again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Only three more slides. So just to give you an overview of our campuses, we have the City Center campus, and below is the Lichtwiese campus, where most of our technical departments are located. And our biology department, for example, is in the botanical garden. We also have a wind tunnel to do some experiments. And next to the Lichtwiese campus, there's also a university stadium and a pool for you to use for the students. And coming to our nearly last slide, is to give you an overview of what we offer. So we have a lot of sports activities in Darmstadt. It's a very green and small, nice city. Together with another university, we have 400,000 students, like 26,000 at TU Darmstadt. And so 25% of all people in Darmstadt are university students, which makes the city very lively, very young, a lot of cafes, a lot of activities going on. So if you come to the next slide, you can see the contact information of Sandra and me. So Sandra, as she said, she's the coordinator of our summer school and other short-term programs. And I'm permanently stationed in Taiwan. We have 2 Asia offices. And together with our colleagues who are in Darmstadt, we take care of our exchange students. And if you have any questions, please feel free to send us an email. And in case we cannot answer it, we will it to our colleagues in Darmstadt. And now I'm happy that we have one of our former ISU students here with us. I think your nickname is Prem.
Yes.
Yes, and I think it's the best you can do, like from your point of view, tell about what you experienced during the International Summer University last year. So the floor is yours.
Okay. Today I would like to talking about ISU program. Let me say good evening, everyone. My name is Soongsil. I am a SIIT third-year student in the major of electrical engineering, and I am also the ISU 2022 alumni. Today I'm going to share my experience of participating in the ISU 2022 program at TU Darmstadt, Germany. Next slide, please. Okay, in the beginning, I will talk about the enrollments and the courses. You can see that our courses are divided into the 3 categories. The first one is about engineering. Since I am EE student, so I have to study 2 subjects, which are electromagnetic field simulation and also microfluidics and biomems. The second one is German language. I have learned German language during I joined ISU as well. And the third one is cross-cultural competency training for engineers. I also have learned this one during I joined ISU as well. Next slide, please. Okay, you will see that in the big picture shows some part of the electromagnetic field simulation. The course gives an introduction into electromagnetic field simulation. The main course aspect is the finite integration technique, or FIT, which is applied on the Maxwell equation to compute numerically electromagnetic phenomena. The picture on the right, picture on the right hand above, you will see that this is the atmosphere during we studied the microfluidics, and the picture behind, it showed about environment that we learn German. The doctor who teaches very kind. Next slide, please. Okay, this picture was taken after I finished my laboratory session with my friend. Due to learning the theory in the classroom, it may still make us unable to see what it is, what it's like. So therefore, doing the laboratory session will allow us to understand more. Next slide, please. Okay, in this slide, demonstrate about credit transfer. You will see that in the picture, this is my legislation plan. The fact that we go to study and join the ISU program is not only to gain knowledge, but also to be able to transfer the credit back to the SIIT as well. In the picture, before I go to Germany, you will see the 2 subjects that I took in Germany, which is electromagnetic field simulation and microfluidics and biomems. If we combine the credit together, it will be 6 ECTS, so we can transfer back to the SIIT equivalent to the 3 credits in the course EES 493. Next slide, please. Okay, this one we will talk about personal favorites. About the ISU. ISU is a project of the TU Darmstadt, and TU Darmstadt is one of the TU9 university, which is the most famous engineering university. And the second one is courses are quite interesting that I mentioned you before. And the third one is TU Darmstadt is ideal location for studying because it is quiet city and not close to a big city. It's close to a big city like a Frankfurt or something like that. And the cost of the living there is not too much high if we compare to the Munich. This is reasonable. Next one. Okay, participating in this program is not only studying but also traveling and excursion. This is loud place I have been to, which are the Munich, Heidelberg, Stuttgart, and Frankfurt. Next slide, please. Okay, these pictures represent the Munich. ISU organized a trip for us to interesting places around the Munich, such as the Marienplatz. Is a central square in the city center of Munich. It has been the city's main square since 1158. And the second picture, BMW Welt. The BMW Welt is a combined exhibition, delivery, adventure museum, and event venue located in the Munich district. The Deutsche Museum. The Deutsche Museum in Munich is the world's largest museum of science and technology with about 28,000 exhibited objects from the 50 fields of the science and technology. It receives about 1.5 million visitors per year. Next slide, please. Okay. In this slide, show the pictures of me while I was in Heidelberg. You will see the beautiful scenery of Heidelberg. On the trip to Heidelberg, I went to the Heidelberg Schloss or the Heidelberg Castle. Heidelberg Castle is a ruin in Germany and landmark of the Heidelberg. The castle ruins are among the most important Renaissance structures north of the Alps. Next slide, please. Next one, I had the opportunity to visit the Mercedes-Benz factory in Stuttgart. Being a Mercedes-Benz fan, I was very excited to visit this factory. I went to see the production line of the Mercedes-Benz S-Class and Maybach model. This is one of the, I think this is one of the most modern car manufacturing factory in the world. So please. Next, okay. One more next stop. I will bring you guys go to the Frankfurt. Frankfurt is not far away from the Darmstadt. You can take a train around 25 minutes to there. You will see in the big picture show the Romer Platz. This is a medieval building in the Altstadt of the Frankfurt am Main. And one of the city's most important landmarks. You will see that said before. Okay, and I also went to the museum, which is the Zuckerberg Natural History Museum, to see the several dinosaur skeletons. It made me very exciting and also interesting. Next slide, please. Okay, this slide will talk about the Heinefest. Next slide. Okay, Heinefest is like an annual festival in Darmstadt, Germany. It held annually in the first weekend of July. During the festival, food and beer vendors, along with amusement rides and games around the old city center and occupy surrounding streets. It offers a wide range of child-friendly ride or adult rides. The first Heinefest is occurred in the 1951 and has been growing since every year. Next slide. Okay, this one I will talk about the Mensa. Mensa is like a canteen. The cafeteria here has like a variety of food, whether it's savory or dessert. And they also have a salad bar, which is very nice for me. And my, next slide, please. Okay, and my favorite menu is like a long German sausage to eat with the salad, which is very nice for me and also delicious. You can see that in the right hand side above. Yeah. Okay. And this brings me to the end of my presentation. I feel very good that once I had the opportunity to participate in the ISU program, besides gaining a lot of knowledge and also gain a lot of experience as well. So I would like to recommend this good program like this to SIIT students, everyone who dreams of going to study in Germany. This is a chance. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you very much. I think
yes, please.
So we're at the end of the presentation and we are free to answer questions if you have any right now, or if not, then please drop us an email anytime.
All right, so thank you very much to Claudia, to Sandra, and also to Pochara for a very nice presentation. So this is the closing of our session, which is perfectly, because we are so happy to learn from our students who join TU Darmstadt, and we are so proud of you as well. Pochara, I'm wondering how many years you were in Darmstadt. It seems that you join a lot of activities and visit everywhere, because you told me that you stay only a month in June, but I saw a lot of your picture that I'm wondering how you can get a lot of information, food, traveling around. So this is a very good chance, though, right? And also many information from Claudia and also from Sandra about joining class in TU Darmstadt, which we really hope that soon we will be able to nominate our student to join TU Darmstadt in regular exchange program and also for the summer school. Yeah, so let me check if there is any question from the student. I guess that student is so shy to ask at the moment. So we really hope that we can communicate for further information. So far, just one popular question from the student is about the English score, English proficiency score. Do you have any specific requirement for those who will join the exchange program in TU Darmstadt? I mean, any level of English? Yeah.
Yeah, you should have level B2 to be
Right.
able to follow the classes. So B2 level.
Okay, actually SIT also screen the English score of the student, but one more thing that I need to ask is that some of our students already submit the score since the first year, because SIT also requires students to submit the English score. So that means when they are in the third year of application, their score might be expired already. So would it be possible to submit that score along with kind of like confirmation letter, or is it need to be a valid score for the English proficiency?
Is it like normally that the students get better and better during their studies, or are they losing their English? This would be a question back to you.
Have to ask for Chala. You feel that your English is improved or not from the first year until like the fourth year? Because normally our student will join the regular exchange program in the last semester of their fourth year, which is the last semester of their study as well. So we believe that our students should be able to, communicate or to join, to learn in English. But somehow since the score it's already expired, so that's why we need to ask from your side whether is it possible to submit the expired score.
I think we should check with our incoming coordinator about
Sure.
the deadline, and we will let you know by email
Sure,
exactly
please.
like. Yeah.
Or
Okay.
maybe you can share us with the fact sheet and information, including list of courses that we can share with our students about the available course that they can take, because normally SIT student will join in your summer semester. So it would be good to see and consider the possibility of enrollment in TU Darmstadt and to see the course that it can transfer back to SIT.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, and for coordinator for our student to join TU Darmstadt will be Christian, I guess.
Yeah, Christian.
Christian.
Yeah,
okay,
he's
Christian.
yeah.
Then we are already in communication with Christian about the details and about the program. Yeah. So let me ask my colleague whether I'm here with Siwapon and Chontisha. Chontisha is taking care of the incoming exchange student, and Siwapon is taking care of our outgoing exchange student. So both of them will be the key person for the exchange student program. So for sending SIT student to TU Darmstadt, I'm not sure which one that Chontisha normally coordinate with.
Claudia? Right.
To Claudia, right? For sending,
to send TU Darmstadt student to SIIT.
Claudia.
TU Darmstadt to SIIT, it used to be our student helper, also called Claudia, but now our new colleague Lars is in charge of our outgoing students.
All right.
And incoming students would be Christian, taking care of them.
All right.
And we are looking for the list of nominated students from TU Darmstadt to join us, because I still haven't got the nomination from you yet.
Okay, I will let Lars know to send you as soon as possible.
Yeah, you still have time because the deadline is 15th of May.
Okay, still fine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so good to hear that. And I'm here with Siwapon, who is the coordinator for our outgoing exchange students. So Siwapon, do you have any question to ask about life in Darmstadt or whatever.
Yeah, actually, I would like to know about the dormitory. Like, is
Mhm.
it guarantee for the exchange students or not?
Yeah.
To get
So the dormitories in Darmstadt do not belong to TU Darmstadt. So we cannot guarantee each student to have a room in the dormitory, but we will try to help our incoming students, or our international student service team will try to help them either to get a room in the dormitory or to help them to find something on the private housing market. And a lot of students maybe live in Darmstadt, but as there's the surrounding also very flat, a lot of students use a bicycle. They like to commute also, and it might be a little bit cheaper to live on the outskirts of Darmstadt. That is also a possibility. And in Germany, a lot of students, I think you know this, they share a rented apartment. So we call it Wohngemeinschaft in Germany, where like 3, 4, 5 students share one flat, each one got his own bedroom, and then you share a kitchen and the bathroom. And usually in the evening, students would spend some time together preparing their meals and enjoying their life.
And is it difficult to get the dormitory, or because, for example, in Munich, it's very difficult to get the dormitory. And how about in Darmstadt?
I think for international students, it's easier than for the local students. So the international students, yeah.
Why?
Because for them, I think it's harder to get something on the normal free market, to get in contact with the landlords. So we want to help them. And I think it's easier than in Munich, but still we cannot guarantee a room for every incoming exchange student. But we are trying to help them. And I think in the last years, it was possible to get a dormitory room, but we cannot 100% guarantee it.
All right, we understand, because it depends on the availability and the landlord. So
right.
Any recommendation, like for example, students should start searching for the dormitory, or will you have housing organization or something that help our student to search for the dormitory?
Yeah, like our international student service, ISS. If your students have a look on the website, they can find the contact details, and they can contact our colleagues from ISS, and they would help your students with anything except the academic part. So like the departmental coordinator are in charge of the department, the courses that are offered, but the international student service will help them whatever else questions they would have.
Okay. And one last question from me, actually, I got from the student. When is the last day for example, if our student join in the summer semester, when is the last day of class, including examination period, and when the student supposed to get the academic transcript in order to transfer the credit back to SIIT for the summer semester?
Yeah, usually the summer semesters the classes end middle of July, and followed by the exams. And we know that some of the exchange students have to go back a little bit earlier. And so they could ask the professor at the beginning of the semester already, they should talk to the professor, ask about when the date of the final exam will be. And usually in Germany, we do not have like a continuous assessment, but just one final exam. And then maybe they can write an earlier exam, or maybe the professor would offer them an oral exam. And sometimes even like a supervised exam, for example, they go back to their home university. The professor would be willing to send out the exam papers, and then somebody would have to supervise back at SIIT, for example, for the students. So it depends, like every professor has their own deadline or their own date. So there's no rule for this. But if the students need to go back home earlier, then they can check as possible as early with the professor, and to make sure that they will be able to join the exam. And then regarding the credits, maybe they should check with Christian, our colleague, when all the papers will be issued.
All right. So I understand. So it's quite flexible for the student, depending on the supervisor from the teacher of each courses. All right.
Yes. Yeah.
So perfect. So what else? Let me check if the student has the question. So Shantisha and Siwapon, do you have any other question else?
I don't have a question, but I would like to thank you, both of you, and everyone in the international office that to send very good students from TU Darmstadt to SIIT every semester, because I still remember some of the names of exchange students who join SIIT, and most of them, they always support us, the international office, to join activities or even organize activities with us. And of course, for the academic, they always got like good grades from SIIT.
That is,
Yeah,
that
A
is very
grades.
great to hear. And we are very, very happy to hear this.
So that's why we always welcome and want to have more TU Darmstadt students to join with us, because I would like to add from Shontisha saying that even when we talk to some SIT faculty members who have chance to teach the TU Darmstadt student, they always ask whether will we have students from TU Darmstadt join us again in the next semester, because they feel quite impressed to those students, frankly
Right.
speaking. So this is not only recently, but including in the previous years. Since we received the first exchange student, I can say that since 2003. Yeah, so how many years ago? 20 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah. So this
we
is
are very happy to hear. Yeah.
yeah, so please,
Yeah, we are happy to hear that, but we are also happy to have Prem or Pachara here this last summer, because that was also very nice to have a Thai student over here, and we are so happy and would be willing to receive other students from you this year or next year.
Yeah, Prem cannot stop smiling now. And even us cannot stop smiling after hearing this, and we feel that so today will be a full few day for us to, even it's the last day, but we are very grateful and very happy to hear the good things like this. So on behalf of SIT, thank you very much for joining us, and also for everything that you support for the collaboration between SIT and TU Darmstadt. We really hope that we can exchange more number of the students from both sides. And if we have the next event, please join us as well. And if you would like us to provide the information to specify to your student, just to set up to TU Darmstadt student, please also let us know as well. We are very happy to provide the information section to your student. All right, so thank you very much for today to Claudia, to Sandra, and also to Pachara, our SIT ambassador for today. Yeah, so have a nice evening and thank you very much.
How many students can join? There's one question.
Okay, just one last question.
But do you mean for
the
International Summer University?
I think maybe for both, you can give some number.
So for the International Summer University, I can say that it's not strictly, we don't have a strict number of students to come to Darmstadt. So I think we are more than happy to have you here in Darmstadt, but yeah, I think we have to discuss on that topic with partial scholarships again, but yeah, it's quite flexible.
I think for the exchange, we accept 5 students per year. Yeah,
according
5
to the mutual agreement, we can send and receive 5 students each way annually. Yeah, but in case of more than that, we may negotiate. It depends on the negotiation of both sides. Yeah.
Yeah, usually it should be an equal number, so we are happy to receive your students.
Right.
Yeah. So to the students who ask, please come, please apply. And
maybe he will join.
Yes, we'll be
and
happy
next year he will be here in the Zoom presentation like
that would be great.
Yeah.
So thank you very much also from TU Darmstadt side for organizing this event. I think it's a great opportunity to explain about our students, and it was great that we have Prem here to explain a bit about International Summer University, and we're looking forward to meet you again, see you in Darmstadt.